بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Well, in the Quran, Allah is described in three different ways. The first way is a rububiyyah, Allah in His Lordship, meaning that there is a creator, and that creator, He provides, and He makes night come, and He makes daytime come, and that all the plants, they grow with His will, and without His will they could not grow, and also that nothing happens in this world without the permission of Allah. So therefore, as Muslims, we believe that whenever we want to give thanks for the things that are in the world, whether it's trees, plants, a sunny day, rain after drought, that we only thank Allah, not Muhammad, not Jesus, not Moses, not any of the messengers, only the Creator, because He is the one that controls and maintains everything. And any power or miracles that the prophets had, they came from Allah alone. So therefore, this is the first category, as Muslims, that we have to, as Muslims, you have to believe in these three categories. And this is the first one, that Allah is the Creator, the Provider, and the Sustainer. Nothing happens without His rule, and that nothing can overpower His rule. And that if it weren't for Allah, that this world would be in chaos. Photosynthesis, evaporation, condensation, all these things will not work perfect. So that's the first one. The second one is Asma wa Sifat, that Allah's names and attributes are specific to Him. So for example, in creation we have certain attributes. We see, we hear, and we see, we hear, and we have strength and so forth. But the difference between Allah and our attributes is that His attributes are greater. For example, I can see, but my seeing is limited. I can't see what's behind me. I can hear, but I can't hear what's going 3 miles down the road. But Allah, He sees everything. Allah says that He knows that what happens on a black. He knows a black ant on a black rock on a black night. Meaning that all the different conversations that are going on in this world presently, the ones on the phone, the ones on the internet, He sees and hears them all. There is nothing that any human being does on the surface of the earth except that Allah knows it. And because Allah is Allah, He doesn't have fatigue in keeping records. He says, kun fayakun, be and it is. So therefore, Allah can see everyone right now. And He's not wavered at all by the amount of people that do that activity. He can hear everything, and no matter what you do, whether you go under the sea, in a volcano, out to the highest heavens, you will not escape Allah's seeing, hearing and knowledge. Also, we believe in uluhiyyah or tawheed ibadah. This is the third one, that Allah is the only one that's singled out for worship. And this is where all the other religions, they go astray, because they believe in rububiyyah, that Allah created everything and He sustains everything and so forth. They even believe in some of His names, Asma wa Sifat, that He sees everything and He hears everything, and that He's all knowledgeable. But the last category, which makes people Muslim and non-Muslim, is the ibadah, the uluhiyyah, singling Allah out for worship. Because you'll find people who, they believe in God, they believe He sees everything, but they thank Jesus instead, or Buddha, or Shiva, But all these people were men. They ate, they slept, and they went to the toilet. They were at one stage babies, and they grew up to be men. If a Muslim worships Muhammad, it takes him out of Islam. That's like if a Muslim basically he worships Muhammad and calls on Muhammad for things and stuff like that, and it's blatant, this is wrong, and he carries on doing it, he leaves Islam. Because in the Quran, every Muslim recites every day, in one of our chapters called Surah Fatiha, he says, Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. You alone do we ask for aid. And every single Muslim has to say this every day, so it's like blueprint in our head that only Allah you ask for. So we do not worship Muhammad, we do not worship his companions, we do not worship anyone that was close in relation to him, because it's only Allah who is above the heavens, who can give us anything, any good in this life. So basically the three sections in the Quran which explain Allah, Ar-Rububiyyah, that He created everything and maintains it. Most people believe that. Asma wa Ifat, His names and attributes, that they only belong to Him. You see and I see, but we're not all seeing. You see and you hear and I hear, but we're not all hearing. You know and I know, but we're not all knowing. And Allah is. And the last one that separates the Muslims from the non-Muslims is uluhiyya, single Allah out for worship.
Well, after that was created, it was already written, I'll be born a Muslim, raised as a Nasara. So I studied the books of Nasara, Old Testament, New Testament, and the Torah. Yes. And I was trained in those books, so it was the plans of Allah Azza wa Jal. 1976, when I was introduced to Morocco, yes, I was introduced to Islam, okay, and the way that the brothers in Islam live. Okay. And that was for me what my next plan was, to embrace Islam. So since 1976 I've been a Muslim.